As the Election Commission had recommended the dismissal of the Chief Minister for corruption, Jharkhand swayed with suspense as the state's governor considered legal avenues. Reportedly, the governor has sent a note to the Election Commission asking it to disqualify the membership of Chief Minister Hemant Soren in the assembly so that he can dismiss the government. In the meantime, Soren boarded buses along with fellow JMM members of the Legislative Assembly and those alliance partners RJD and Congress, totaling 44, and went to a resort. The assembly has 82 seats, the opposition has 28 seats, and 2 appointed members. Strong evidence says that Soren illegally granted mining licenses, and the Election Commission has found him guilty. On September 5, Soren overcame a no-confidence motion with 48 members voting for him.
India's Defence Research and Development Organisation successfully completed enhanced range user trials of the Pinaka rocket system. The Indian Army approved the Pune-based Armament Research and Development Establishment designed enhanced rocket system and the area denial munition rocket systems. After prototype testing over several years, indigenous defence partners Munitions India Limited and Economic Explosives Limited absorbed the technology for production.
After catastrophic rains and flooding devastated millions of people's lives, the Pakistan government declared a national emergency and sought international support. The National Disaster Management Authority says that unusual rainfall and flooding in 110 districts claimed more than 1,000 lives and rendered 33 million homeless. It reported that the rains, which was 784% above average, completely destroyed 300,000 homes and partially destroyed another 700,000. About 700,000 animals perished. Pakistan's Minister for Climate Change, Sherry Rehman, said that this flood was worse than the one in 2010, as the present one destroyed communication and road infrastructure.
Pakistan is going through its 8th cycle of monsoon. Normally, the country has only 3 to 4 cycles of rain. Pakistan is under an unprecedented monsoon spell, and data suggests the possibility of re-emergence of another cycle in September.
India slammed the Chinese ambassador to Sri Lanka, Chi Shehong, for his statements calling India an aggressor. Chi made his remarks while speaking about the historical challenges Sri Lanka faced. The Indian mission in Sri Lanka curtly rebuked Chi and publicly lampooned China in 3 tweets.
We have noted the remarks of the Chinese ambassador. His violation of basic diplomatic etiquette may be a personal trait or reflecting a larger national attitude. His view of Sri Lanka's northern neighbor may be colored by how his own country behaves. India, we assure him, is very different. His imputing a geopolitical context to the visit of a purported scientific research vessel is a giveaway. Opaqueness and debt-driven agendas are now a major challenge, especially for smaller nations. Recent developments are a caution. Sri Lanka needs support, not unwanted pressure or unnecessary controversies to serve another country's agenda.
The controversy erupted after India objected to the island nation allowing a Chinese spy ship to dock at Hambantota. Colombo had to contractually lease the port to Beijing because it could not service a $1.4 billion debt. During its recent crisis, New Delhi donated over $4.5 billion in emergency aid and supplies, while Beijing donated only $50 million.
With elections coming up in several states, opposition leader Rahul Gandhi launched a virulent attack on central government, specifically targeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Gandhi's platform is price hikes, specifically food inflation, by 22% to 113%. Several analysts have countered this narrative, asserting that while there has been a price increase, it is not to the levels alleged by Gandhi, but by 1.3% to about 4%. Many have highlighted that prices have been steady for the last 18 months due to proactive supply-side management by the government. The current price fluctuations are due to increased costs of inputs like energy due to the Ukraine conflict. Experts believe the country's pulse production levels are approaching a saturation point, even with higher production yields. While domestic pulse production has been growing over the years, the profitability of pulses is less than wheat and rice, so farmers gravitate to those crops. Importing pulses is stymied by higher tariffs and quotas because cheaper but chemically abundant varieties can flood the market from China and Australia. To improve this situation, the government has to look at additional support systems to make it lucrative for farmers to grow them.
Addressing the United National General Assembly, India stressed the need for positive and significant contributions to human-centric globalization. Indian Permanent Representative Ruchira Kamboj provided examples and called for broader participation by other countries.
In our immediate neighborhood, we are continuing to help our good friend and neighbor Sri Lanka to ensure food security by providing nearly $4 billion in food and financial assistance during the past few months. We have more than 5,500 personnel deployed across 9 missions, serving under the blue flag, and 177 valiant Indian soldiers have made the ultimate sacrifice, the highest number among the troop and police contributing countries. Let us commit to reform the global multilateral system to strengthen its relevance, to improve its effectiveness, and to make it the foundation for a new type of human-centric globalization.
As part of the India-UN Development Partnership Fund, India built 66 development projects working in 51 collaborating countries. Of partnering countries, 17 are in Africa. These sustainable development projects are South-owned, South-led, and demand-driven. New Delhi has been at the forefront of delivering development aid to countries affected by the supply chain disruption due to the Ukraine conflict.
On 2 September, India joined Small Committee of Nations that can design, build, and operate their aircraft carrier. With the $3 billion INS Vikrant, India became only the third country other than the United Kingdom and China to have designed, manufactured, and launched an aircraft carrier in the last 3 years. Launching the new carrier and a new naval flag, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi stressed the Indo-Pacific region as a major security priority.
The goal may be difficult, the challenges may be big, but when India makes up its mind, no goal is impossible. Till now, this type of aircraft carrier was made only by developed countries. Today India, by entering this league, has taken one more step towards becoming a developed nation.
Despite American pressure on New Delhi to cap energy imports from Russia, August saw the most significant import of Russian crude oil. The United States has been pushing India to join the Western sanction regime, but India has refused to pick sides and join the conflict. 6 tankers of Russian Espor oil, a brand of Siberian crude, accounting for a fifth of production of this brand, made it to India. Even though the distance is longer than shipments from West Asia, the discounts from Russia make the imports worthwhile. The increase in Russian oil imports has displaced traditional suppliers such as Abu Dhabi and Saudi Arabia.
During Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's 4-day trip to India, the two countries will sign 7 pacts covering water management, science and technology, railway, law, information, and broadcasting. In addition, Hasina and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will discuss several issues, including security cooperation, investment, enhanced trade relations, power and energy sector cooperation, water sharing of common rivers, water resources management, border management, combating drug smuggling, and human trafficking.
On September 3, the International Monetary Fund announced that India had overtaken the United Kingdom to become the 5th largest economy in the world. A decade ago, India was in the 11th slot and the UK in the 5th. Only the United States, China, Japan, and Germany have larger gross domestic products than India.
If you like this content, please press the like button and share it with your family and friends. Please consider subscribing to this channel. It is free. Press the bell icon to receive notifications about new content.